How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, we're gonna check out Route 3 over to the east of Pewter City. However, if you haven't yet done so, you should probably heal up your Pokemon over at the Pokemon Center before continuing, so I'll do that really quick. Alright, all healed. Not that it really mattered, because the only thing I used was this Bellsprout, which I don't actually need in my party anymore. So let's go ahead and deposit this thing. It was this new one I caught right down here. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna go through Route 3. Now, thankfully, it's a lot easier in this game than it was in some of the older Pokemon games, where I feel like the levels of the trainers was fairly high. You can only go here after you've beaten Brock, but I've already done that. So anyway, as I've done with Viridian Forest, I'm gonna show you how to get through really fast, and then I'll show you how to get all the items. So don't worry, we'll definitely go back and check this guy out, for instance. He's a coach trainer. They're the ones who stand in various places to train trainers. I'm one of them. We coach trainers are strong, if I do say so myself. Yeah, they're optional. They won't fight you if you just kind of run into their path, but they usually give you pretty good rewards, so definitely keep that in mind. Alright, so we can dodge this kid right here. You can actually jump past this guy, although I know that there's a trainer right down here. Somewhere. And we can run through here. There's an item there, don't worry, I'll go back for it. We can jump down here. Oh, right, that, that puts you here, so you can sneak past this guy. I guess that'd be better. Let's fight this guy really fast. Yeah, he just has a Kakuna, nothing much. Anyway, right over here is the path to Route 4. That's the quick version. All right, let's do this again and actually get everything on the route. Okay, now I'm back. Let's properly check out this route. I figure that having a short version is nice for the people that don't care about the optional items and just kind of want to get through there. That's kind of what a walkthrough is all about. So anyway, we'll fight that lady in a moment, but first let's check out this coach trainer properly. So if you have a flying type Pokemon, you're definitely going to want to use it here. Looks like I actually put mine away, but that should be fine. I think we'll be okay with my Nidoran. All right, so coach trainers, they will have the little 3 dots above their heads, and they're usually dressed a little fancier. They have typically stronger Pokemon than normal. You might want to actually fight all the other trainers on the route before fighting them. But, like I said, they oftentimes offer pretty good rewards. So Coach Trainer Kareem here, he has this Bulbasaur. And this thing can be a little tricky because it likes to use a move called Leech Seed, which, if you've caught a Bulbasaur, you probably have tried it out, or at least hopefully you have. It's pretty nice. So, I have Peck that'll do a little bit more damage than, whatchamacallit. Now also, if you use a Grass-type Pokemon, it can't be affected by Leech Seed, so you could counter this thing. Yeah, there's the Leech Seed. What this does is, this makes it so at the end of every turn, it will sap some of the health from my Nidoran and give it to Bulbasaur. It adds up over time. And it also makes it that much trickier to take down. I might still be able to do this with Nidoran. But again, if you're running into issues, use something like a Pidgey or a Spearow, or you can just use a Bellsprout and give it Headbutt. It'll be a little trickier with Oddish though, but you could still probably use, I think it gets Acid. If not, you can still use it. Now remember, something that's changed from earlier games, Grass-type Pokemon can no longer be affected by Powder and Spore moves. So if you have something like Sleep Powder, it won't affect other Grass-type Pokemon. That was changed in a relatively recent generation. I believe it was Gen 6? But that is something that's changed from the last time we visited Kanto. Alright, so you get a hefty 1,100 Pokédollars for winning the fight, but on top of that, you'll get a new item. A Revive. So these are a little tricky to get at this point in the game, but they will heal a Pokemon that's been knocked out. So normally you'd have to go back to a Pokemon Center in order to do that. Thankfully, with the Revive, you can just use that from your, I think it's the medicine pocket. Yeah, you can use it right there. I'd recommend saving those at this point in time, just because they do cost 2,000 Pokédollar prize money stuff which isn't exactly cheap. So that might be a good thing to just kind of wait on that. So the rest of the trainers on the route, they're not actually that tough. You can probably take them out with whatever you like. Hey, my shorts are cool, right? You can stare at them. There's some pretty wacky dialogue here as well, so have fun with that. Alright, so youngster Calvin, he's got a Spearow. Maybe I sent out the wrong Pokemon here. Yeah, not the best of choice. I just wanted to see how this thing would do. Alright, let's go ahead and hit it with Headbutt. At least Beedrill has a pretty high attack power, so... Oh, wow, and it got the flinch. So yeah, as you can see, Headbutt is a great move to give your Pokemon. Anything that's faster than the opponent will have a chance of inflicting flinch, which prevents it from acting for that turn, so that can be very helpful. Lost. I love the dialogue here. Alright, now before you head too much further, you can actually jump down this little ledge here to grab a potion! Nothing much, but it's always good to have a few of those. I mean, I just used one up anyway, so... You can also get this right here. 3 Pokeballs, not too bad. You'll pick up quite a few Pokeballs from the trainers on the route. And that's why I saved this last for later. Because we'll have to fight her if you jump down that ledge. So all the trainers around here, other than the coach trainer, only use level 6 Pokemon. So they're still easy for you to fight, even if you don't have, you know, the strongest Pokemon in the world. Like, they're way easier than the gym was. And even then, the gym wasn't that bad. So if you have any Pokemon you'd like to try out, feel free to use them here. It'd be a great time to give them a little bit of experience, but also keep in mind, the majority of experience that you'll gain for your Pokemon will be from wild Pokemon. There's also not a lot of wild Pokemon. Actually, there's not any wild Pokemon until later on in the route. You have to go through a few trainers first, so don't worry too much about that. You're not missing anything. But there are some new Pokemon on this route. Also some version exclusives as well, which we'll take a look at. Definitely you'll have a better selection of Pokemon if you're playing Let's Go Pikachu, though. Alright, so here's this trainer, which, again, I've shown you can avoid if you feel like it. I think I'm going to use my Pikachu here. Now, one thing to note, I believe I mentioned it, I don't remember if I did or not, but I think I did. The Pokemon that you get that are the same as a version mascot, so for instance, I have a Pikachu, right? It's not going to be as strong as the Pikachu in Let's Go Pikachu, like your partner Pokemon. It just isn't. It has the strength of a normal Pikachu. Oh, okay, I lied. This thing's actually level 7. It's not level 6. Whoops! Sorry! Yeah, so you're more than free to use either Pikachu and Eevee, even in the version that you aren't playing. However, just keep in mind, your partner Pokemon is going to be substantially stronger. It actually just has higher stats all across the board, so it's really worthwhile. That doesn't make using Pikachu bad by any means. You wouldn't have any need to use a wild Pikachu if you are playing Let's Go Pikachu. But if you're playing Let's Go Eevee, it still might be nice to have a Pikachu on your team because you can evolve that one into Raichu, its evolution. Whereas you can't evolve your starter Pokemon in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So this partner Eevee will not be able to evolve, and the partner Pikachu will not be able to evolve as well. So if you want to use something like Flareon, Jolteon, or Vaporeon, or Raichu, then you'll have to use one of the wild Eevees or Pikachus for that. Alright, so we have a Nidoran female here. Let's go ahead and take that out, I guess, with Thundershock. Yeah, thankfully they're not bad by any means. They're just nowhere near the level of your starter. And in case you're wondering when you'll be able to evolve them, you'll be able to evolve them around the time you get the 4th gym badge. So you'll probably want to do that as soon as you get there, but that way you'll know in case you got something. Okay, so here's a new Pokemon. This is exclusive to Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. It's Ekans, and it's a huge Ekans in this case. Ooh, that was a good throw. So Ekans is a poison type Pokemon. It's not the greatest, but I don't know. I guess it can do a few things here and there. I definitely think that Let's Go Pikachu gets the better selection of Pokemon here. Honestly, for poison types, you have so many. You have, like, well, I mean, my team, you can see 3 of them right there. Beedrill, Bellsprout, and Nidoran. They're all at least part poison types, so Ekans just doesn't really stand out quite as much. But it does get access to a few interesting moves, I guess. It evolves into Arbok later on. Now, if you're playing Let's Go Pikachu, you'll instead find either Sandshrew, which is a ground-type Pokemon, or you'll find Mankey, a fighting-type Pokemon. You don't actually find these if you're playing, Let's Go Eevee. They are version exclusive. So you get 2 version exclusives here in Let's Go Pikachu, so that's kind of nice. Now there's an item right here, a lure, which I guess you could use to attract some rarer Pokemon. Might not be a bad option too. There is a rarer Pokemon you can get here. Charmander. You can actually find Charmander if you're lucky, but it doesn't appear overly often. Hi, I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Wow, you're wearing shorts too. I love that guy. Yeah, they kept some of the classic quotes, which is nice. He's got a Rattata. Not overly strong by any means. Yeah, this one's just level 6. Let's try out that double kick. Not too bad. Alright, so he's out of the picture. There's still this bug catcher down here with the Kakuna. So let's go ahead and I guess we'll use this Nidoran with Peck, right? Well, I guess my Beedrill has Peck too. But that's fine. Okay, so Kakuna, not overly strong. It'll use Harden. Special base attacks are the way to go, or you can probably just knock it out with flying or well, you probably don't have a rock-type move at this point, so pretty much something like Peck will do pretty well against it. Or just use Headbutt once and it's probably going to get knocked out, because it's not very strong. Alright, that thing is out of there. So... oh, what's this, Bellsprout? You notice something in the bushes. It's a Nana Berry! Hey! That's wonderful. Yeah, sometimes your Pokemon will find items. I think it's kind of random, but yeah. Alright, so this is pretty much the end of the route here. It's not an overly exciting route. There's a much less exciting route to the north, I'll tell you, that's actually split into 2. You can also find Rattata and Spearow here, just in case you didn't get them before. So yeah, you just go this way and you'll arrive on Route 4! But, as I mentioned, there is a rare Pokemon here, so I definitely want to find that. Want to get me a Charmander. You do get a Charmander for free after this next area we're going through, Mount Moon. I mean, it's a little bit later on. You can get one now if you want, but just know you don't have to hunt for it. You can get one later, and it's just fine. I feel like finding it, so I'll be here for a little bit, and I think the best way to do this is building up my catch combo by just a little bit. What do I want to catch? Let's catch some Spearow. There it is. Man, that actually took a while. I got my catch combo up to 11 before this thing finally showed up. Alright, well, let's catch it. I would recommend, in this instance, using a Raspberry if you do decide to go for Charmander, because it can be a little tricky to catch. Using a Great Ball isn't a bad idea, either. Alright, we have to use another Raspberry. See, I wish there was just a shortcut you could press to, like, go into the bag and use the Raspberry immediately without having to do all these shenanigans. Ah! Don't do this to me! I want to get this Charmander. Unfortunately, I can't even buy Great Balls right now, too, so I'm rather limited. There we go. At least I caught it. Nice. So again, totally not necessary. It's unlikely to actually help you that much, because the next gym leader uses Water-type Pokémon, and you'll be going through an area with a lot of Rock and Ground types. But, you know, a lot of people like Charmander, and you can get it this early, so that's a good thing if you are determined to get it. But yeah, just keep in mind, darn it, Rattata, just keep in mind it might be a little on the tricky side to actually successfully catch. So raising your catch combo as well can help reveal it earlier. It's not strictly necessary, but you'll be here for a while. You can of course use your lure, and that'll increase the chances as well. I just recommend kind of standing in one spot and trying not to walk as often. Just run from everything, because it's based on steps. Like, if you walk around a lot after using a lure, its effects will expire, but if you stand still, it can last for a very long time. Alright, so, I guess I should show you the party really fast, because I gained a lot of experience from all those Spearow I caught. Also, since I caught a whole bunch of them, and I don't really plan on using Spearow, I think now would be a good time to... Whoops, let's go ahead and release some of these Spearow, because this is an awful lot of them. So we'll send them to the professor, which is good to do if you go on a catching binge. There we go. And look at all the candy. You can use that to raise speed, which is nice. Quick candy. All right, and I guess we'll take a look at, whoops, take a look at this Charmander as well. Not too bad. Don't really care for its brave nature, though. Usually Charmander appreciate having speed. All right, but anyway, that is all for Route 3. We're gonna check out a little bit of Route 4 to the north, and then we'll head on over to Mount Moon. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to check out my website, Marriland.com, for even more walkthrough coverage for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, as well as useful tools like the Team Builder. Also, be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube for even more Pokemon videos. See you next time, everyone!